What's good, Cuppies? It's Malia.
And I'm Jay.
And we are back doing a follow up to our previous video, our life update. We felt like there were a lot of questions, and so we wanted to answer those and make sure that we're all on the same page.
Mm-hmm. And this video will be for people who didn't watch our live, who couldn't watch our live.
Yeah. So, okay, let's just get into the questions. And if you have any more questions, feel free to comment them below and we'll probably just answer them individually. Okay, so the first question is, how do you feel about moving? Well, okay, we both have very different feelings, right? Sort of different feelings. Me, I'm very excited to go back home, even though home is crazy. It's still home. But I will miss Korea. You know, it has been my home for the past 4 years.
Yeah. And for me, I've been living in Korea for 25 years. It's kind of big deal.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty nervous because my English is not that great. I went to America like 3 times, but it's different. Like between living and just like visiting.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think I'm ready.
You don't think you're ready?
Like mentally I'm ready, but physically, financially.
Well, then that ties right into our next question is, where are you moving to? We're moving back to my hometown, Cincinnati, Ohio. A lot of people were like, oh, you should come to California. And California sounds great. But we kind of have to go where I know that I can study, and we need to go somewhere where it's financially viable to do so, right? Like, I'm not going to be working while I study, and Jay, if he is working at that time, he's not going to be working like a salaried job. So we need to be somewhere where it's a little bit on the cheaper side so that we can live comfortably.
Next question is, when are you moving? We only have 2 days left in Korea.
Like, I guess when you guys watch this video, we will either be leaving or already left. I'm not sure.
When this video is up, we are gonna be on the plane. And then the next video will be in America. So catch up.
So the next question is, will you two work? And the answer is yes, sorta. So when we first go back to America, our work is going to be YouTube. So that's what we'll be doing until I study. So then when I start studying, I won't be working. And if I do, it'll be something on campus or related to my degree versus just, having a separate job. And by that time, Jay might be able to work, but depending on how YouTube goes, he could just continue with that. He edits all the videos. That is a full-time job.
And since my visa is still being processed, I can't really work. So before that, the YouTube is the main income source, mainly.
Yeah. Next one. What will Malia study? Well, I got my bachelor's in psychology, so I will be going back to further study psychology, and I'll be doing industrial organization psychology, which is kind of like business psych, and it's a master's program. My program will be, I think it's like 1.5 years, 2 years, so not that long. Someone also asked if I had considered studying in a different country, and yes, but right now I think it's really not possible. While that sounds great, if we really think about it, I don't think I can go. I'm an American. I know a lot of places are withholding American passport holders from coming in, considering how poorly America was dealing with COVID. So that's one thing. The second thing is, while yes, we could do YouTube in a different country, what about Jay? Like, what else can he do? He has a possibility to work when he gets his visa in America, but if we go somewhere else, what can he do? Seriously. Like, no, it's not all about me. It's about us. And we plan to travel later, so I don't really want to spoil the experience of being in a different country. We're going to take our time later and do everything in as many countries as we can.
Okay, next question. Will you make videos about the process if moving back? Duh. Like, like we said, the next video is gonna be our journey to America. If everything goes as planned.
Please.
So yeah. And then after that, we're gonna shoot a live.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's gonna be everything. Like, every aspect. So don't worry about that.
Next, any plans to return to Korea in the future?
We think that after I study, we're probably gonna travel. So maybe 1 or 2 years of traveling, and then at that point we can decide, right?
But I don't think so. Because the reason why we're gonna go to America is you're gonna study, and afterward travel, you're gonna get a job in America.
Yeah, most likely.
So the answer is no. For now.
Yeah.
Next one. Has Jay ever been to America? Yeah. 3 times. Just for a trip. With my friend 1 time. With Malia 2 times. So I went LA, Las Vegas, and Cincinnati twice for your graduation.
Yeah.
And just family visiting around Christmas time.
Yeah, around Christmas.
And then we went to New York 2 times. And Chicago. So that's all of...
We went to New York 1 time.
New Year.
Yeah.
That's all?
You went to New York with somebody else?
No.
Another girl?
No. Okay, 1 time. So yeah, that's all my experience about America.
You're about to be fully immersed when you get there.
Next one. How does Jay feel about being away from his family? I'm really... So I have 2 older brothers and 1 mom, no father. So my mom... So next question is, what does his family think? I think I can combine this question and answer. So my mom is really sad about me moving. And I'm really sad because she's sad. And... So I'm the youngest. I have 2 older brothers, and I'm the best son. She loves me, so she feels really strong, and she's always worried, like, what am I gonna do in America? Because I don't know, but I had a secure job in Korea, and I kind of like gave up for moving. All of reason that we made. No, not she can't force me. But she talked to me a lot, like, oh, why don't you stay? You had that job, good job. What can I do? We already decided to move. So that's why I'm really sorry, because I can't be with her. And she's getting old. And she doesn't have father. Yeah. We say goodbye, and we took a taxi after say goodbye. And I cried, like, so hard. It was like. But
the taxi driver was trying to talk to Jay, and so he's like, "Oh, you're moving."
Yes. Like, literally, like, nah. And with the luggage, I was carrying all the luggage in the backseat, like. Yes,
it's not funny, but it's funny.
I cried so hard.
So I have a question, bonus question. Does your mom feel remorse towards me? Like, does she feel like I'm taking you away from her?
I don't think she thinks like that way, like 100%, but maybe
a little,
like 20%.
Yeah,
because it is true, kind of.
Yeah.
If there's no you, I'm not gonna go to America.
True.
But she likes you still.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell that she doesn't feel angry towards me still. So, I mean, that's a good thing. I feel like other Korean moms, especially, like, it's one thing to, like, take her son away from her, but to move him to a different country,
Yeah,
They would be so mad.
Yeah, even if it's Korean daughter-in-law, they would think that way. Some mom, Korean mom, but my mom doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, she seems very
and that's a good
understanding. How do you think adjusting in America will be?
I'm not that conservative Korean. I know some, American cultures, but it's gonna be hard because I've been living in here 25 years. I love Korean food. I have a lot of, not a lot, but some Korean friends, and I have family back here. So it's gonna be hard. But I was thinking Korean food would be the hardest part.
Really?
But But nowadays, I'm meeting my friends to say goodbye and saying goodbye to my family. They really like me.
Jay's just great.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that great person, but people call me like, oh, like I miss you. We gotta meet before you leave, and I'm like flattered. And now I feel, oh, it's gonna be hard. Loneliness will be the hardest.
If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, you did it for 4 years.
Yeah, I did it.
Wow, so many my question.
Yeah, your time to shine.
Next question. What's up with Jay's glow up?
What's up with that?
Since we announced that I was working for Air Force in Korea, Republic of Korea Air Force, not America, we couldn't really do anything. Like, we can't grow your hair longer. It should be short. And you can't grow beard. You can't do piercing. And you can't do tattoo. So after I quit, I did it all. That's it. That's it.
Next question. Do we feel more secure as a married couple rather than dating? And we're moving right now. Ready? On the count of 3, yes or no? 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
No. I feel like, let's hear me out. I don't feel more secure because I've always felt secure with our relationship. So okay. What are you gonna say?
No, my point was about the relationship, the marriage, because of course we're secure.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna leave, and she's not gonna leave.
Yeah,
we're stuck.
Even if we weren't married.
So before we are married officially, but we didn't have wedding. So I didn't really feel like, oh, we are a married couple. Like, we are a married couple, but we didn't have wedding.
Yeah.
But now we're like moving as a family.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have the same reasoning but different answer.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Oh, speaking of the wedding, someone asked when the wedding will be. We don't have a time, no date set right now because COVID is still going. We can't really make a plan for that, but maybe in a couple of years. Not next year, but maybe the year after.
Next one. Baby.
Everyone's favorite question, right?
Sorry to tell you, but I don't think we're gonna have baby within 3 years. Yeah. Because since Malia's gonna study and we're gonna take world travel, so
if we have a baby, then I gotta have the baby while I'm studying, which might be okay, but having a baby while world traveling, no.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No. Next question is about collabs. Will we be doing any collabs in the future?
Oh, maybe we can do collabs with other YouTubers.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
We can, but yeah, I think it's kind of hard since all of us live in very different states. We'd have to make quite the trip.
I could have contact with Jinanju's, but since they're having a baby and she's pregnant again, so due to COVID,
it's not really safe.
Yeah, I don't think we can really meet them. Yeah, for safety reason.
And the next question is, how can we support? So how can you guys support us? Well, first and foremost, as we always say in every video, like, comment, and subscribe. But we understand that maybe not every video warrants a comment. You know, like sometimes you just don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
We get that. So you don't have to. But something that is really important that, like, if any of you are interested in becoming YouTubers, you would know that watch time is really important. So watching the whole video is really important. And, you know, I know some people just don't want to watch the whole video. I get that. But if you really want to help, that is one thing that will really help us.
If
you could also donate if you really wanted to. You really don't have to. But if you want to, you can. Someone asked if I have a Cash App. I do. It's just my personal Cash App. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel weird saying, like, I'm going to leave my Cash App below. Like, I don't know. But we do have Cash App and we do have PayPal. PayPal is, like, ours. So if you're interested, you definitely can donate. But there's other ways that you can support us without giving your own money. You can also support us by using our Amazon links. So whenever you're going shopping on Amazon, just use our link.
Next one is Patreon. We don't currently have Patreon because we were
too busy.
Yeah, we were working in distance. She was in Seoul, I was in other city. We didn't really have time to do Patreon. We couldn't make another content for Patreon. And the reason why we made Patreon was we were planning to do work travel, but we canceled. We didn't cancel. The Corona canceled.
Corona canceled it.
But we are planning to open Patreon next year. So if you are interested,
you can check it out when it comes.
Yeah.
We'll give you more updates on that when it does come. So don't worry about it right now. Okay, so those were all the questions that we saw, and we added a few in there so that we could give a little bit more context about what's happening. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I won't do that every video. Don't worry. Okay, so thanks for watching. We're so thankful that you guys are supporting us. And I didn't say this earlier, but when we posted the video, we weren't expecting it to be popular, and we were actually expecting a lot of negative comments.
Yeah.
But you guys were so nice. I was like, wow, thank you. You know, it was a hard decision for us to make, so we're glad that you heard us out before saying something. So we really appreciate it. So make sure you're subscribed because we will be posting the next video of us and our journey to America very soon.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Every support, every comment. We read every comment.
Literally. Every single one. All right. See you in the next video.